Good morning, children. So today we will be starting the next part is the World Trade Organization. So what is this World Trade Organization? Prior to WTO, General Agreement on Trade and Tariff (GATT) was established as Global Trade Organization. So before WTO came into existence, GATT, that is the General Agreement on Trade and Tariff, was established, which was a trade organization in 1948. You have to remember this, with 23 countries. GATT was set up to administer all the trade agreements by providing equal opportunities to all countries in the international market. WTO was founded in 1995 as a successor organization to GATT. So, what was the main aim of GATT? Was to administer the trade among the nations so that each and every country gets equal opportunities of trade. As a successor of GATT, WTO came into existence or was founded in 1995. The WTO, question can also come by giving this logo. Suppose World Trade Organization logo is given. Okay, and there may be subsequent questions relating to it. The WTO agreements cover trade in goods as well as services to facilitate international trade. At present, there are 164. Earlier, in GATT there was 23 members. In WTO, it is 164 member countries. All the members are required to abide by the laws and policies of WTO. So the countries need to abide by the rules and regulations and the laws and policies of WTO. As important member of WTO, India has been in forefront for framing global rules, regulations and advocating the interests of the developing world. India has kept its commitments, means India has followed the laws and policies of WTO. India has taken reasonable steps to liberalize the trade by removing restrictions. This we have already studied in the earlier video, that India has taken needed steps to liberalize the trade by liberalizing the trade restrictions on imports and reducing tariffs. Some major functions of WTO are to facilitate international trade, both bilateral and multilateral. We will come to what is bilateral and multilateral trade. So it facilitates both international trade, bilateral and multilateral, through removal of tariffs as well as non-tariff barriers, means taxes as well as non-tax barriers. Non-tax barriers will be what? Means only up to this much you can import or export. Okay, so all these things. Or you need permission for exporting or importing these. So all these non-tariff barriers were also removed to establish a rule-based trading regime in which nations cannot place arbitrary restrictions on trade. So to establish a rule-based trading regime means only World Trade Organization will be making decisions regarding trade. Nations cannot place any restrictions on trade. To enlarge production and trade of services, to ensure optimum utilization of world resources and to protect the environment. So to enlarge the production means to enhance or increase the trade of goods and services, to optimally utilize the world resources and to protect the environment among all these. Should India be a member of WTO? Some scholars are of view that there is no use for developing country like India to be a member of WTO, according to them. Now, there are some debates. So before coming into that, what is bilateral trade? Trade between two countries, bilateral. Trade between more than two countries, multilateral. Tariff barriers means the barriers which are imposed on imports to make them relatively costly and to protect the domestic production is known as tariff barriers. Means whenever you impose taxes on the imports, it automatically becomes costly to us and thus we will not buy them and thus the domestic industries will get protected. Non-tariff barriers are imposed on the amount. Thus I have already said that you can import, the restriction may be such that yes, you can import only up till this amount. So the barriers imposed on the amount of imports and export are known as non-tariff barriers. So barriers imposed on the amount of imports and exports are known as non-tariff barriers. I have already discussed this. So hope you can understand these terms. Now we will come to, should India be a member of WTO or not? So according to some scholars, India should not be. A developing country like India should not be a member of WTO. Why? Major volume of international trade occurs among the developed nations. Developing countries are being cheated as they are forced to open up their markets for developed countries and are not allowed to access markets of developed countries. Means, why the scholars are telling that India, like the developing nation like India, should not be a member of WTO? Because major trade or the voluminous trade mainly happens between the developed nations. Developing countries are being cheated. Why? They are forced to open their markets to the developed countries, but the developing countries are having no access to the developed countries market. Okay, so that is why they are being cheated. Developing countries are being cheated in this way, and major voluminous trade takes place between the developed nations. So that is why the scholars think that a developing country like India should not be a member of WTO. Okay. Next, we will move to the positive and the negative effects of the LPG policy. Okay. Thank you.